So, seryoso na mga kababayan ang nangyayari sa ating mundo. Iwan muna natin yung mga kwento sa politika dito po sa ating bansa. Dito muna po tayo sa mga breaking news overseas kasi baka, lalo na po sa Middle East, kasi baka magising tayo po, World War III na pala. Wag naman yan, Mr. Maravillas. Wala bang gusto po, mga kababayan, na magka-World War ulit tayo? Kasi di ba, yung ating mundo, dumaan na tayo sa World War I, World War II, at ang daming mga
nagbabagang mga balita at pagtalakay sa mga isyu na lipunan. Bulsa, opinyon, banat at paglalantad sa katotohanan. Bulsa, what you see is what you get. You decide.
Nangyari pang digmaan. Pero ngayon, parang papunta na tayo mga kababayan sa World War III, in which all of us ayaw man ng ganito po. Kaya lang po, hindi na magkaintindihan po yung mga bansa sa mundo. Isa prophecy pa naman mga kababayan, ang susunod na global conflict will start in the Middle East, mga kababayan. So ito ngayon ang mga balita na gusto kong i-update po kayo, hindi para takutin at mag-alala, kundi para makapaghanda po tayo sa possible consequences. Makikita niya, Mr. Maravillas, ano na yung mga developments ng conflict, lalo na yung retaliatory strike na ginawa ng Israel sa Iran. Hindi na po siguro mapigilan ng Amerika. Kaya yung Amerika po, nagre-ready na rin. O ito po yung mga laman ng balita ngayon. Voice of America. Sabi dyan, Netanyahu, Israel will decide on its own how to respond to Iranian attack. Umatake na nga po mga kababayan yung Israel. So sabi dyan sa balita, even US did not expect this. Israel struck 100 kilometers south of Iran's most important facility. Ito naman po yung report ng Al Jazeera. Huge blast at military base used by Iraqi Popular Mobilization Forces. So yung ginawang strike mga kababayan ng Israel, multiple targets na, pati sa Syria nga po, sa Baghdad, sa Syria, sa Iran mga kababayan. So nandyan ang fear, mga kababayan, ng mga world leaders for a regional conflict, and maybe buong mundo madadrag po dito sa conflict na to. Kaya gumalaw na po yung Amerika kasi hindi na niya mapipigil yung pag-atake ng Israel. So sabi rito, show of force, US parades 20 nuclear stealth bombers and vows jets are ready to strike anywhere, anytime, amid Middle East tensions. Ayan ngayon ang report ng The Sun. Ayan po, nagre-ready na po sila. Mga nuclear stealth bombers. Ito naman po, report ng Politico News. Global calls for calm after reported Israeli strike on Iran. Yayaw na pong makinig ng Israel. Nagwawala na po yung Israel kasi maintindihan man po natin yung sinapit po nila. Remember yung October 7 attack sa kanila ng Hamas? Ay sponsor po niyan, Iran. Kaya in-strike na po nila directly yung Iran. So bakit niya, Mr. Maravillas, madadrag yung buong mundo? Kasi po, konektado po sila lahat with the superpowers of the world like China and Russia, in which yung China po, may problema din po dito sa atin. Ang China naman po, kalaban ng China and Russia, kalaban ng Israel. So makikita ninyo yung alliance ng mga bansa. So anya, Mr. Maravillas, saan dapat tayo umalyansa? Tama na po yung ating alliance with America and Israel, supporting Israel mga kababayan. Ito nga po yung other world news na dapat po bantayan natin. Ayan po, sabi rito, G7 slams Chinese firms military help for Russia. Dito naman po sa atin, China hits US anyo for deployment of missile system in war games. Makita ninyo yung connection po, mga kababayan. So malinaw po dito sa mga kwento na mababasa natin kung sino yung mga magkakakampi at magkakalaban. So we have Russia, China supporting Iran, the enemies of Israel. And we have our kakampi, katratado, the United States of America, supporting Israel. Ngayon, saan tayo lulugar? Tama ba niya, Mr. Maravillas, yung ating posisyon? Tama na po yung ating posisyon. Dapat malinaw po yun sa atin. We have to pray and support Israel kasi yung pinaglalaban po ng Israel, yun po ang tama. At sabi po sa Genesis, mula mismo sa bibig ng ating Panginoong Ama sa langit, ang promise po sa Israel, I will bless you. I will bless those who bless you and curse whoever curses you. Tama po mga kababayan? Kaya po, kung gusto natin na i-bless tayo and this country will be preserved, mga kababayan, we should be on the side of Israel. Ang bansa kung saan, mga kababayan, ipinanganak ang ating Panginoong Hesukristo, ang ating personal Lord and Savior. But before ko, mga kababayan, ibigay sa inyo yung full story ng mga balitang yan, click subscribe muna dito sa ating YouTube channel and hit the notification bell para lagi po tayong updated. Lagi po kayong updated sa mga kaganapan dito sa ating bansa. Like and share na rin po ninyo ng ating video. At huwag na rin po ninyo na skip yung ating mga commercial ads para tuloy-tuloy lang ang pag-unlad ng bagong Pilipinas. Sa mga naganap ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. We also offer grab car rental with our brand new 2023 model ng Toyota Innova. We also accept booking for those who are planning to travel via PAL, Cebu Pacific, and other airline companies, local and international. And bills payment for Meralco Bills, PLDT, Aleco Bills, etc. Ang Colossal Fitness Gym is located at 3rd floor Security Bank Building, Landco Business Park, Legazpi City, Albay. For inquiries, look for Gilon Maravillas. Contact number 0966-802-0949. Lagi na pong matao sa amin. Na-set up na rin yung aming mga bagong gym equipment. May treadmill na rin po kami. Ito naman po yung bago naming product na binibenta online. iGlow Serum, whitening po siya. Tingnan ninyo yung epekto sa aking anak na architect before and now. Yung mga inquiries po ninyo, dumiretso na lang kayo sa kanyang Facebook account, Riz Maravillas. Ito naman po, Firmax Firming and Lifting Cream. Pinapahid po sa mga pulses in affected area. Mainam po siya sa mga pains and mga paninigas ng mga kaso-kasuan. Ito naman po, Automax Radiant Serum. Sa mukha naman yung application. Anti-aging po siya. You will look 10 years younger than your age. Sa mga cancer patients naman po, baka lang gusto ninyo itong itry. Ningxia Red Mix Fruit Drink. Hindi man po siya gamot. Food supplement siya. Kaya lang, gawa siya, mga kababayan, sa goji berry. Yung goji berry may anti-cancer properties. O ngayon, yung mga inquiries ninyo, dumiretso na lang kayo sa aming messenger sa Facebook para masagot namin agad. Okay pa? O ngayon, balik tayo dito sa medyo seryoso tayo ngayon. Seryosong kwento ito. Kasi po, matigas yung naging pahayag po ni Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Wala niyang makakapigil sa amin. Kami ang magdidesisyon kung paano kami mag-respond sa pang-atake niya ng Israel, pang-atake ng Iran sa amin. Napuno na po kasi, sino ba naman ang hindi mapupuno sa ginagawa ng Iran, mga kababayan? Ang Israel lang ang bansa sa buong mundo na tinatrato po ng ganon. At matapos siyang paulanan ng mga missiles and killer drones, gusto ng mga world leaders, huwag ka na anyang gumanti. Kaya sabi po ng Israel, sa pakikipagdebate doon sa United Nations, ng kanilang ambassador, kung kayuan niya yung paulanan ng ganon, ng mga missiles galing sa inyong kalaban, anong gagawin ninyo? Halimbawa, gawin yon sa Amerika, walang magawa mga kababayan yung Amerika, kundi mag-ready na lang for a possible regional conflict, and it's becoming regional mga kababayan. And the fear ng mga world leaders, buong mundo madadrag into this conflict kasi makikita po ninyo yung alliance ng mga bansa. Ang kalaban kasi po ng Israel, global po, as far as Indonesia and Malaysia po, in the southeast, hanggang Mindanao po, lahat ng Muslims all throughout the world, kalaban ng Israel, and the communist, Russia, China, kalaban po ng Israel, plus yung mga mga European countries, and in fact sa prophecy po, ang Antichrist po, na ipapasubo ang Israel sa tinatawag na false peace ay galing po will emerge in the old Roman Empire, which is Europe. So ganon mga kababayan ang sitwasyon ng Israel. Kaya hindi mo siya masisisi. Sabi ng Israel po doon sa United Nations, yung kanilang ambassador, dito niya mismo sa United Nations, ang dami naming kalaban. Majority po, kahit yung mga bansa na nagpapakilala na kampi sa Israel, pero sa katotohanan mga kababayan, yung mga sinasabing Christian countries, pero ang mga actions nila, mga ginagawa, pailalim, anti-Israel, double face po, mga kababayan. Kaya sabi ng Israel po, sabi ni Netanyahu, Israel will decide on its own how to respond to Iranian attack. Netanyahu, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Wednesday, even as Western countries pleaded for restraint to avoid all-out Middle East warfare, the United States, European Union, and G7 group of industrialized nations all announced move at supporting Israel and at the same time persuading it to rein in its intention to retaliate against Iran. Doon nagagalit yung Israel po sa Western countries. Sumusuportaan niya kayo. Double face nga po. Sumusuporta kayo. Sinasabi ninyo. Sinasabi ninyo sa amin na you are for us. Pero sinasabi din ninyo na huwag kaming gaganti. Kung kayuan niya yung nasa sitwasyon namin, paulanan kayo ng mga missiles at everyday tinitreaten kayo ng annihilation openly. Gusto kayong i-wipe out from the face of the earth. Ano niya yung gagawin ninyo? Tamimi mga kababayan yung mga ambassadors ng Western countries, including America. Kaya wala pong magawa, kundi maghanda na lang po sa possible regional conflict and global war as this could result to possible World War III, mga kababayan. Yan na yung usap-usapan ngayon. Ayan po, parinig ko sa inyo itong balita galing po sa The Journalist. Yung audio lang po mga kababayan para hindi baka makapiright po tayo.
Tensions in the Middle East reached a climax today when Israel launched simultaneous attacks on Iran, Syria, and Iraq. Explosions and suspected missile attacks were reported in 8 Iranian cities: Tehran, Fordo, Arak, Natanz, Karg Island, Bushehr, Bandar Abbas, and Isfahan. A top U.S. official stated that the bombings were retaliatory against Iran. Tensions have risen dramatically, particularly following this speech, and Tehran is allegedly clamoring for specific Iranian targets. This is because Iran launched an attack on Israeli land last weekend. According to authorities, Israel told the Biden administration on Thursday that it will launch a military operation within the next 24 to 48 hours. Israeli authorities promised their American counterparts that Iran's nuclear facilities would not be targeted, CNN reported. Following warnings and assurances, the moment of truth arrived, and Israel fired a barrage of missiles. Iranian state media and semi-official news agencies acknowledged the blasts in multiple cities around the country. According to the sources, the explosions occurred at an airport in the city of Isfahan. According to Iran's Fars news agency, 3 explosions were heard near the province's airport and military bases in Kajavaristan, Isfahan. It was confirmed that 3 drones assaulted the facility. There have also been accusations that radar stations at the complex were. A significant aspect of the attack was that the Israeli strikes targeted Iran's most key uranium conversion facilities. Isfahan, in central Iran, is home to uranium separation facilities in the southeastern Zerdenjan province. The Natanz uranium enrichment plant is situated in the province. The region is consequently of strategic importance, and the explosions that occur there have far-reaching consequences.
So yan po mga kababayan yung parte ng report ng The Journalist. Ito naman po yung report ng Al Jazeera. Ang sabi, huge blast at military base used by Iraqi Popular Mobilization Forces. Ayan po. Madaling sabi, hindi lang yung Iran mga kababayan ang tinatarget ngayon ng Israel, pati yung Baghdad, pati yung Iraq, pati yung Syria. So multiple targets po. Kaya nga po, yung mga world leaders natin, they fear for a possible regional war, regional conflict. Pag nangyari po yon, it will be devastating. Hindi lang po sa mga infrastructure, kundi po sa ekonomiya ng Middle East at ng buong mundo. Lalo pa, karamihan po sa mga bansa ay kumukuha ng supply po ng petroleum sa Middle East. Yan ang rason kung bakit nadadrag ang buong mundo sa gulo because of that. And that's the reason why mga kababayan, bawat bansa nag-explore sila para maging independent. Nag-explore sila ng mga potential sources po ng fuel, ng oil and gas, tulad po dito sa West Philippine Sea. And that is the reason why talagang porsigidong kamkamin ng China po ang buong South China Sea, including our West Philippine Sea, in which case, pasalamat tayo po, may matapang po tayong totoo na leader in the person of our President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos. Kasi critical po sa future ng ating bansa ang West Philippine Sea. Kasi trillions of tons of gas ang nandadyan mga kababayan, and billions of barrels ng petroleum. Nakita ninyo kung bakit ganon ang mga leaders ng mundo at kung bakit ganon mag-behave ang China. In China mga kababayan, kaalyado ng Russia, kaalyado ng Iran, na kaaway po ng Israel. So sabi rito sa report ng Al Jazeera, Popular Mobilization Forces targeted. So pakinggan natin po.
Osama bin Javed joins us from over the phone from Baghdad.
Yan po.
Osama, what's the latest we know about this blast that's been reported by the PMF?
Yan po.
In the last few minutes, we've heard more details from the Popular Mobilization Forces, who allege that it was essentially U.S. aircraft which targeted the headquarters of the 7th River Brigade at the Khalsu military base. This is, as you mentioned, between Baghdad and Babylon, so south of Baghdad, north of Babylon. The initial toll that the Popular Mobilization Force is confirming to us is at least one person who's been wounded from the brigade which was stationed there. This is a heavy
Israel po, airstrike ito ng Israel po. Mga kababayan, tinarget nila yung Baghdad, yung Iraq.
Mobilization forces in whole, and then some parts of this base also hosts forces belonging to other members of this militia, including the Badr Brigade. We've also heard from
may nandyan kasi po yung mga Islamic Brigade.
That they fear. There's a large fire that is burning at the base, and
nakalaban ng Israel po,
trying to put it out. But there are also reports of other aircraft flying in the area, including Baghdad and other localities around Baghdad.
And Osama obviously appears to have carried out that attack against Iran. At least that's according to U.S. officials. If you could just talk our viewers through the significance of the Popular Mobilization Forces, how much sway they have in Iraq, when they were established, and how they were incorporated into Iraq's security apparatus.
Well, just let me walk you back through the last 24 hours. That about 24 hours ago, we woke up again to these news of explosions that were heard in Iraq and then later denied. There were denials from the Iraqi security forces that there have been any bases or places which have been attacked in this alleged Israeli attack. But then there are some images of projectiles which have landed in parts of Iraq, which some sources claim that they were Israeli missiles or rockets or part of
Israeli missiles po.
Missiles. But that just gives you a sense.
Kita po ninyo. So, nag-spill over na po siya. Kasi mismong tinarget na po ng Israel yung Iraq, pati yung Syria po. Kasi nandun yung mga organizations, mga kababayan, militia, funded by Iran. So ngayon, walang magawa yung Amerika kundi maghanda. Kaya ito ngayon ang balita, mga kababayan, sa Dasan. Show of force, US parades. 12 nuclear stealth bombers in bows. Jets are ready to strike anywhere, anytime amid Middle East tensions. The rarely seen 1.6 billion pound aircraft were amassed as part of the Spirit Vigilance amid escalating tensions between Israel and Iran. So sabi dyan, the US paraded almost its entire fleet of nuclear stealth bombers in a massive show of force as the Middle East teeters on a knife edge. The B-2 spirits, saved only for the most important missions, are ready to execute a global strike anytime, anywhere, the US Air Force warned. Kita ninyo, global strike anytime, anywhere. Bakit global strike and anytime, anywhere ang sinasabi dito sa balita? Kasi nga po, makikita ninyo yung alliance ng mga enemies of Israel. Ang aliado ng mga kalaban ng Israel, ang Iran, China, at saka yung Russia. And the Arab countries, mga kababayan, na kalaban ng Israel. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, mga kababayan, ang kalaban po ng Israel as far as Indonesia and Malaysia. Tuwang-tuwa nga po yung Malaysia na Prime Minister, si Anwar Ibrahim po. Di ba niya, Mr. Maravillas, kaibigan niya ni President Bongbong Marcos? Opo, kaibigan. Pero pag dumating, mga kababayan, yung panahon ng final conflict, makikita ninyo, pati yung Malaysia po, hindi yan magsaside sa atin. Yung pagiging kaibigan ni Anwar Ibrahim po sa ating Pangulo, malamang kalimutan. Magiging parang tulad ng Uniteam. Si Inday at si Inday at ang Pangulong Bongbong, lalo't bumanat na po si Mrs. Lisa Marcos kay Inday at mga critics po nila. Di ba? Ganun lang po. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. Lalo't ang Malaysia po, mga kababayan, may problema din tayo sa Sabah. Nakikita na ninyo ang mangyayari po, mga kababayan. So lahat ito, mga kababayan, mga nuclear stealth bombers. Matindihan niya, Mr. Maravillas. Talagang matindi po. So sabi dyan, the B-2 Spirit is a multi-role heavy bomber capable of delivering both conventional and nuclear warheads. The 100,000 kilometers beasts are designed to be virtually invisible to radar and are the world's most expensive aircraft, estimated to cost 1.6 billion pounds each. The two-pilot jet has an unrefueled range of 6,000 miles and is specifically built for intercontinental missions. As tensions spiraled earlier this week as Israel promised it would carry out a significant response to Iran's aerial attack last weekend, the U.S. was testing its stealth bombers. The 12 of the entire fleet of 20 B-2 spirits performed a fearsome so-called elephant walk in flight routine. The rarely seen aircraft were amassed as part of the Spirit Vigilance training exercise, which focuses on increasing the readiness of the airmen to carry out a stealth bomber mission. The aircraft assigned to the 509th Bomb Wing were seen on the runway at Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri on Monday. Magkikita po ninyo, nagre-ready na po ang mundo for the final conflict. This could result, mga kababayan, sa pagpasok ng buong mundo sa tribulation period in which the Battle of Armageddon will take place. Pero sabi ko sa inyo, sa mga believers po, huwag kayong masyadong just remember na before the tribulation period, the rapture of the church of the believers will take place first. Mauuna po. Kaya yung sabi ng ating Panginoon, do not be troubled. All these things must come to pass. Kaya kahit sabi ko sa inyo, ayaw ba natin ito? Sino bang gusto nito? Pero kasama siya sa nasusulat, mga kababayan. Mangyayari siya at makikita ninyo ang mga movements, galawan ng mga bansa sa buong mundo. Lahat po nagre-ready. Kaya nga tayo may balikatan dito. We'll start next week with America. Nagagalit po yung China. Mamaya ibigay ko sa inyo yung kwento. At yung BrahMos missile system po, dumating na yung iba. Supplied by India sa atin po. Bilang parte ng paganda po natin. So dito sa atin, Southeast Asia, tayo yung mga magkakakampi. America, Japan, India, Australia, the Philippines, South Korea, and in the Middle East, the same, mga kababayan. Kasi yung China, kaalyado ng Iran, kaalyado ng Russia, at mga katulad na bansa na parihas nila yung ideology. Tama po? Paano niya, Mr. Maravillas, yung mga Judas dito sa Pilipinas? Kaya nga po, huwag ninyong paniniwalaan sila. Kaya nga sila po Judas. Ang Judas, yan po mga kaalyado ng China, kaalyado ng Iran, kaalyado ng Russia. Kaya tingnan ninyo, pati yung mga vloggers nila po, they're supporting the enemies of Israel. Pro-Palestinian sila, mga kababayan. So we have to draw the line. Sabi nga noon ng Amerika, sino ba yun? Si George W. Bush. Those who are not with us are against us. So malinaw po. So sabi dito sa balita, speaking about spirit vigilance, Colonel Geoffrey Steeves, commander of the 509th Operations Group, said this is a reminder that the B-2 Spirit Bomber is the visible leg of nuclear triad. Simply put, the B-2 is the world's most strategic aircraft. It is the only aircraft on the planet that combines stealth, payload, and long-range strike. We are charged with delivering the nation's most powerful weapons for our most important missions. Ayan po, mga kababayan, yung atake ng Israel sa Isfahan na hindi po mapigil na ng Amerika, kaya nagre-ready na sila ng pinakang ultimate weapons nila. The spectacular show of American air power comes as Israel launched its much-awaited revenge attack on Iran this morning after repeated calls from the U.S. for restraint. The precision strike hit a major Iranian Air Force base next door to one of its prized nuclear sites near the city of Isfahan, just days after Tehran unleashed an unprecedented missile and drone blitz. The U.S. Air Force show of force earlier this week came amid repeated venom-filled warnings from Israel that it would get its revenge on Iran. IDF spokesman Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari warned after Iran's missile attack, "We cannot stand still from this kind of aggression. Iran will not get off scot-free with this aggression. We will respond in our time, in our place, in the way that we will choose." Galit na po yung Israel. So be ready po, mga kababayan. Lalo na yung ating mga OFWs na nandyan nagtatrabaho, hindi lang po sa Israel. all throughout the Middle East. Napakarami nating mga OFWs na nandiyan po. Ngayon, ito na yung other stories, pero related pa rin sa activities ng mga kalaban ng Israel, including itong China, na siya ring nagsasamantala dito sa atin sa West Philippine Sea. So sabi rito, G7 slams Chinese firms military help for Russia. Ayan po. Sabi dyan, G7 foreign ministers Friday expressed a strong concern about transfers of dual use of materials and weapons components from Chinese businesses to Russia being used by Moscow for its military expansion. At a meeting in Italy, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken had urged European counterparts to increase pressure on Beijing, who Washington accuses of helping Russia's most ambitious defense expansion since the Soviet era. This enabling Russia to constitute a revitalize its defense industrial base, posing a threat both to Ukraine and to the international peace and security. China should ensure that this support stops, as it will only prolong this conflict and increase the threat that Russia poses to its neighbors. In addition to the United States, the G7 countries include Canada, the UK, France, Germany, Japan, and Italy, which holds the presidency this year. Yun din po yung ating mga kaalyado supporting us dito sa arbitral ruling ng UNCLOS sa issue ng West Philippine Sea ng Ayungin Shoal, mga kababayan. Ito pa yung balita, papalapit ng palapit dito sa ating territory. Ito naman po yung China. China hits US anyo for deployment of missile system in war games. Ito ninyo, ini-intensify po ng China yung kanilang pangingialam po rito sa atin. Sabi diyan, China has criticized the United States anyo for the deployment of its missile systems as part of the latter's upcoming war games with Philippine troops. Lin Jian, China's foreign ministry spokesman, said Beijing was gravely concerned about the U.S. Army's deployment of its mid-range capability missile systems to Luzon. So ang gusto mga kababayan ng China, sila lang yung mag-arma sa kanilang sarili at sa kanilang mga kaibigan. Tayo, hindi pwede. Kita ninyo ang mga pag-ugali nila? So sabi dyan, China strongly opposes the U.S. deploying medium-range ballistic missiles in the Asia-Pacific and strengthening forward deployment of China's doorstep to seek unilateral military advantage. Lin observed that the U.S. moves likely to heighten tensions in the region that could also increase the risk of misjudgment and miscalculation. China had repeatedly slammed the U.S. for its actions in the region, including its strengthening of defense partnership with the Philippines, Japan, and other allied countries, saying Washington is making its partners as pawns. Yan mga kababayan ang narrative ng China na pinalalabas nila. Ginagamit tayo rito para sa agenda ng Amerika. Yun din mga kababayan ang narrative ng mga kaalyado nilang politiko, yung mga hudas. Dito po sa ating bansa, huwag kayong nakikinig sa kanila po. Kaya tama po itong sinabi ni Senator Risa Hontiveros. Gentleman's agreement pa ba yan o Judas agreement? Kasi napaka-traidor po ng pasimuno niyang di umanong gentleman's agreement na yan. At kung totoo talaga yan, yung kasunduan, mukhang isinuko nga ni Duterte ang teritoryo ng Pilipinas. Sa pool mga kababayan. Kaya ini-intensify po ng mga anti-Marcos unit team. Dating unit team po yung mga paninira para makumbinsi yung mga mamamayang Pilipino na bumoto sa ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos na mag-withdraw ng support kasama yung military. Hindi po makumbinsi yung mga mamamayang Filipino at saka yung military loyal to the Commander-in-Chief. Kasi po, nakikita naman po nila kung sino yung talagang may totoong pagmamahal sa ating bansa. At yung nagsasabi lang na mahalin natin ang Pilipinas. Pero no comment. Di ba, mga kababayan? Ayan man lang po yung ating mga balita ngayon. Just the same, mga kababayan. Pray for peace for Israel and for the whole world. Ayos, ako po si Dante Maravillas. Bye-bye po. God bless.